wọ́n filẹ̀ yìí sí ọwọ́ wa, ṣùgbọ́n a gbàgbé ohun tí wọ́n ń sọ. À ń jagun ara wa lójú ọ̀nà, à ń ta ìtàn wa lọ́wọ́. Bí a kò bá rántí ibi tá a ti ń bọ̀, báwo la ṣe máa mọ ibi tá a lọ? Ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn bàbá ṣì ń pè wá nínú afẹ́fẹ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ohùn ilẹ̀ ń ké pé má ṣe gbàgbé ẹni tí ó jẹ́. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a gbé ilẹ̀ wa gọ̀. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a dá àṣà wa bọ̀. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a mọ ara wa dáadáa. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a bá ìtàn wa kọ́. Òrìṣà ilé ń wọ́ wá lọ́dọọdún, àwọn bàbá ń dúró dè wá. Ilẹ̀ tí a jogún kì í ṣe títà, ìran tí ń bọ̀ wá. Ọmọ Yorùbá jí kúrò nínú oòrùn, àkókò ti dé báyìí. Tí a bá fẹ́ ọjọ́ ọ̀la rere, a gbọ́dọ̀ rántí ara wa. Ilẹ̀ ìsọ̀lọ̀ nínú àlá wa, ìran wa ń pè wá padà. Ohùn nínú kébé, má ṣe gbàgbé ìtàn rẹ̀. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a gbé ilé wa dá. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a dá àṣà wa bọ̀. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a mọ ara wa dáadáa. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a bá ìdá wa mọ̀. Kí a bá ti lọ́kọ̀, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yóò tún rọ̀. Ohùn bàbá ń ké lọ́run, ẹ má ṣe gbàgbé ara yìí. Kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́. sunkún lábẹ́ àwọn bàbá wa ń wò wá lókè. Wọ́n filẹ̀ yìí sí ọwọ́ wa. Ṣùgbọ́n àgbàgbé ohun tí wọ́n sọ. À ń jagun ara wa lójú ọ̀nà. À ń ta ìtàn wa lọ́wọ́. Bí a kò bá rántí ibi tá a ti ń bọ̀.
Ẹ kálẹ́ níbi tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa ní
Báwo
orílẹ̀-èdè
la ṣe
àgbáyé.
máa mọ ibi tá a ń lọ?
Akígbó yín láti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pàápàá jùlọ àti káàkiri gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò wa ní àṣálẹ́ yìí, Yoruba Nationalism series. Tonight I'm hosting and my name is Abiodun Bakare. And with me tonight I have Madam Ajoke from Germany. Please, Madam Ajoke, can you say hello to our tuning viewers?
Ẹ káalẹ́ gbogbo ilé o. A dúpẹ́ pé ẹ tún darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lénìí o. Thank you so much. A dúpẹ́ ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà o. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní bàjẹ́ o. Ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ káàbọ̀ o.
Thank you. I think our screen is just messing up tonight. And also I have with me here a non-space you will not have very long, Yelua from England, Yelua Bella Reyes. She's joining us tonight and she's back in a bigger way. Please, Madam Abiola Reyes, Yelua, can you say hello to, please, our engineers, do not touch this thing anymore, please. Kindly leave this as it is. Thank you. Ẹ bá wa kí àwọn ará ilé o tó ń gbọ́ wa.
Yelua, it's been a long time. Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ wa, ẹ bá wa kí àwọn aráalé.
Àwọn aráalé ń kí yín, wọ́n kí yín.
Ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ bá wa kí àwọn aráalé.
Okay, wọ́n gbọ́, àwọn náà listen sí wa. We are all educating ourselves here.
That's good.
Yeah.
Àwọn tó wà lórí platform, ẹ bá wa kí wọn because it's been a long time tá a rí yín.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ẹ kálẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. Ṣé àlàáfíà lẹ wà? Thank you always for coming on board to listen to our program. We really appreciate. We really appreciate you. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Mo mọ̀ pé ó ṣe díẹ̀. Tẹ́ ti rójú mi, but you see more of me. Thank you so much. Yeah. Mi ò ní lè sọ much, so we can start the program. Next. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni o.
Madam Ajoke, we appreciate you. And sir, we appreciate you too. Thank you. And we appreciate our president always coming to educate us and to educate the Yoruba land at large. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you very much. You are welcome. And tonight, the president, you as you know him, president of TYF, Bolaniwa, Are, àwọn ò sí ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa ní àṣálẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n he's with us. He will come in very soon to give his thoughts on the topic for tonight. As you've seen from your screen, our topic for tonight is Nigeria at war, 60 months to state police. Is Nigeria serious about security? That's what we'll be discussing tonight. It's a town hall. Everybody's free to contribute, to bring out their own ideas and suggestions. We all know that Nigeria is bleeding, and the truth is, We did not arrive here tonight. We are dealing with the consequences of decades of over centralization, where too much power sits in Abuja and too little responsibilities allowed at the states. Now, for the first time in a long time, we have a president whose political philosophy is rooted in true federalism, a system where security is local, responsive, and accountable. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not invent this conversation. He has been consistent on this issue for decades. Nigeria cannot function effectively with a single overstretched, federally controlled police force. Even our late sage, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, may his soul continue to rest in peace, has always maintained this stance. So when we hear about a 60-month timeline for state police from our current recent Inspector General of Police, it was shocking and we must interpret it correctly. This is not hesitation, it is state building. Because let's be clear, state police is not just about uniforms and patrol vehicles. It's about legal frameworks, training institutions, intelligence coordination, funding models, safeguards against abuse. If we rush it recklessly, we risk replacing one broken system with a 36 smaller, potentially dangerous ones. But here is where the opposition must answer tough questions. For years, many of them resisted restructuring. For years, they defended the same centralized system that has clearly failed, and now suddenly they demand instant decentralization without a plan. This is not leadership, this is opportunism. Tinubu's approach is different. It is deliberate, it is structured, and yes, it takes time. But real reform, of course, normally do take time. It's not about the headlines. It's not about building something that will collapse with under its own weight. So the real question tonight is whether we want state police or we do not want. And if we look at it again, state police comes with risks, abuse of power, politicization, and potential oppression at the subnational level. But here's the uncomfortable truth. We are already unsafe under the current centralized system. So the real question is not whether state police is perfect. The real question is the current system acceptable? Tonight we must confront this issue with clarity, courage, and honesty. Because history will not remember how long we debated. It will only remember whether we acted when it mattered most. Madam Ajoke Ade, do you have any thoughts you want to share with our listeners tonight?
You've almost said it all. Ẹ ti sọ nǹkan tí ó jù. Gbogbo wa la rí nǹkan tí ọmọ olódòdẹ Tinubu nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. System tó wà nílẹ̀ kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí ó ṣe é ṣe ní ọjọ́ kan, ọjọ́ méjì. It takes time to put things in the right way. It takes time because we cannot expect what has been for decades. Tí wọ́n ti bàjẹ́, wọ́n ti ṣe wọ́n ṣe fẹ́. We cannot expect it. Kò ẹ́ pé under 2-3 years, everything will now be set. It takes patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. So, lè expect pé gbogbo nǹkan, gbogbo everything tó ti dàrú náà, no máa ṣe ní just in 2-3 years. It's not possible. But as we can all see clearly, Baba is trying. He's trying to bring, the foundation bá ti dàrú, without actually resetting the foundation, it's still going to, the house, ká fi ṣe example pé ilé ni. If the foundation is not strong, what happened to the house? Tó bá ti kọ́. Everybody knows in Nigeria, gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé foundation yẹn ó ti dàrú. So tí wọn bá tún foundation ṣe, what will happen again? So it's all about patience. It takes patience. We see the work that Baba is doing, and Lagbara alone, we're going to get there. Thank you. I will just say that for now.
Eshegon, thank you very much. Thank you. Um, Ìyáàfin Yeluwa, à ń gbọ́ yín o. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́? Are you with us, ma? Yeluwa, are you with us? I think she's still a little bit engaged. You are muted. Okay, we'll continue with the discussions. If I may ask, Madam Ajoke, do you think this 60-month timeline is a realistic? Is it a realistic reform window or an institutional delay tactic? You are muted, Madam Ajoke. This reform window, do you think it's realistic? That's the question. Can you hear me, Madam Ajoke? You are muted. Okay. You are still muted. Please, our engineers, what's happening with the Madam Ajoke's mute? But can you hear me? Okay. While they are working on those, do we have anybody from our teaming listeners who has any question or has a reaction to some of this or to the question we are currently looking into? On and those of us on the Twitter, Mr. Kombi, Mr. Oloye, Ola, Omola, Sleepy Tippy, Awe, and Luashem, please kindly retweet the space so we can that can help us get our algorithms out. Our algorithm can get us out to people and they will be able to join us on the space tonight. Thank you very much. So, okay. Any question from Oloye or from Sleepy TP or from Mr. Awe or any contribution? This 60-month timeline that the IG has given us, do we think it's realistic? From Facebook, from TikTok, from Twitter, Twitter and YouTube. Questions or answers can come in, please, as we run this discussion tonight. Okay, let's see if Madam Ajoke is back. Madam Ajoke, can you try your audio now? I think she's still struggling with the audio. Okay, so the questions we are looking at: how can Nigeria's current centralized policing structure realistically secure all regions effectively? Is it even possible as it is today? Oh, Mr. Balogun, I see your hand up. Mr. Balogun, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Yeah, Mr. Balogun, you are free to speak.
Okay, ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi?
À ń gbọ́ yín yékéyéké, ẹ kálẹ́.
Lásán mo kí gbogbo lé o.
Àwa nìyẹn o, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ kú àtàárọ̀.
Okay, so this is my. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very very loud and clear.
Okay, this is my take. So on whether 60 months is enough, mo fi pé ó yẹ kó lè explain fún wa iná máa fi 60 months yẹn ṣe. So because one, what is the legal framework to follow? Ṣó ti wà ní house, ṣé house ti ń tètè lọ́wọ́? So we are looking of transitioning from federal structural system to a state kind of policing. So nǹkan tí màá sọ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wo nǹkan tó implement. Can you hear me?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, à ń gbọ́ yín.
So ẹ jẹ́ ká wo nǹkan tí wọ́n implement ní North. Now, under the Sharia Penal Code,
Okay.
àwọn North wọ́n dá Hisbah sílẹ̀. Now, let's go back to the history. How many months ló take wọn tó fi constitute Hisbah police?
Okay.
And under that framework, àmọ́ kan tí Hisbah ń ṣe lénìí, Hisbah will go into hotels, arrest people. Hisbah will stop people on the streets and enforce some kind of dressing code. In my own opinion, those are form of police. We have different policing structure.
Okay.
Bá a ṣe mọ̀, àná police sọ pé they are for enforcement of some criminal acts. Ìkan tí àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn lọ́dọ̀ wa ń ṣe, but tá bá wo gbogbo ẹ̀, policing náà ni. Ìkan tí Hisbah ń ṣe policing ni. Ìkan tí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ṣe is a form of policing. So tá bá wá wo gbogbo ẹ̀ pọ̀, I think in my own form, why I refer to Hisbah in the first instance is pé the Hisbah structure seems to be a form of structure tí, in my own view, it is backed by the state law. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn is also backed by state law. The only difference is pé Hisbah in my own view is more structured. Now, the question tí mo kọ́ bèrè ni pé how many months ló take wọn láti implement Hisbah? Did it take them 60 months? Now, when we now look at the legal framework of having a state police, tó bá gbé dé house, how many months will it take them to deliberate on it? Considering the urgency, bó ṣe ń pààyàn, all our lawmakers, they know the reality on ground. I don't think if we provide all the urgency on this matter. Like we did for the tax bill.
Mm-hmm.
In my own view, Koyeko take Iwani. This is my candid view. I think 24 months is enough time for us to implement state police. The 60 months for me is as if it is a tone of not being serious about what we really want to do. With all the killings, with what we know, with all the reality from the Sahel, I think 60 months is too much. And why do I say 60 months is too much? Now, if we discount the election period, okay, what might focus on election, I think giving the period to the election period, they can start discussing the issue. The IG police what constitute team member TTA. Those one will provide the framework to the house. The house will now discuss the terms. As parents, they will now constitute their own committee. Now, this to me should not take time if we are all serious about protecting lives and property at the state level. And we should not forget this state police we're talking about will even be at the local government level. So if we are really serious, watching power on what we're saying in the Middle East, what we're saying everywhere, I think we are supposed to give it all the urgency. Which means at the state house, we must prioritize over every bit only.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the house need, because this is a constitutional matter. When we talk of life and property of citizen, is even a top priority in constitutional matter. Given that Oyeki house need priority, that is one. Secondly, I think the executive arm of government also need to push. If you're giving a framework of 60 months, now the tone of the executive to the legislature is that this is not a serious business for us. I understand the fact that okay, I only consider gbogbo time to my take house that it discuss. Time to my lawsuit house because each will still go to the state of assembly might discuss. But on other arms of government might discuss. Then it will come on to National Assembly. They will invite the public to give their own opinion. I think when we have a time frame and critical parts, we know we can expedite things and get this done. So the summary is the 60 months is an overkill for me. I think 24 months is a good time to have state police in the pipe to have it implemented.
Okay.
It's something that is already in the pipeline. So why do we need 60 months? So that's the critical question.
Otoni, Mr. Oladipupo from YouTube supports your postulation. Only the time frame is too much because it will be beyond President Tinubu's government. And he says, I don't trust anyone coming after Tinubu, regardless of the party. She gets insane. So with that, I'm pulling that up now, right on our screen, so that Mr. Oladipupo and others can also see the comment he has just made. Mr. Sam Oladipupo 2437. Thank you very much for that comment. And Mr. Balogun, thank you for the comment. Another person, Oluwaseun Agundade from YouTube too. He said another significant aspect no one has talked about is the prison systems. If there is going to be a prison reform, there has to be a corresponding prison systems reform. State police requires state prisons reform too. Eshigoni, thank you very much for the comments. And I thank our engineers for coming up with this beautiful screen we're having now. It shows that we are really doing a good job. Yeah, Madam Ajoke, you are back. I can say you're back, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
Thank you very
Eshe
much.
daughter. Thank you so much. Eshe. In fact, I'm of the opinion of the last speaker.
Okay.
Eshe go. That 16 months.
Hmm.
I don't think we are serious.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, for IG to say that, I don't really think uh he's serious about that. That time 60 months, because we're talking about, it's easy to use that 60 months, because 60 months we are talking about 5 years just to implement state police. Turn and power in one every day. I think I've seen some Yoruba group, they started rejecting it, urging President Tunumbu, to do something. I'm afraid if there is something behind this 60 months, the IG is kind of advising. I see it as an advice, actually. So I believe Nigeria should reject it. Normally, go in a functioning society, what is going on in our society today? There should be a state of emergency declared, Papa, if we really want to be candid with ourselves.
Security.
With the security, there should be a state of emergency, because these people are roaming around, killing people like bẹ́ẹ̀ pé aáyán náà ń pa. And we are here speaking about, we have an IG speaking about 60 months before state police could be implemented. Fine, we know the lot of things that is behind it, like the prison reform. The states need its own prison personnel. Nevertheless, is a state thing. And if it can be seen as emergency, anything we call it, because it should actually be emergency. Oh yeah, court declares this is, top priority ló yẹ kó fún. Tí wọ́n bá really care, if our governors, if they care, oh yeah, court fún security, because ó ń bọ̀ àwọn ládẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀. These people, they are killing. What in Dequara? We know something is coming. They deny it. We cannot deny this. They mean business. They were doing it. And what is going on in Sahel? We're the next. After Bafetorawa. I want to walk Kwara. Not in the Oyo. What else? Kiloku. And if our leaders, most especially Yoruba leaders, if they keep quiet about this and they accept the 60 months, sincerely, me, I don't want to believe as in the state police of a thing is going. It's I realize I don't. I think maybe I saw the joke. I saw the ni kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó máa end up láti ṣe.
Okay.
Wọn ò ní ṣe.
Kilefi, what do you think are the interim measures that we can implement while the state police is being developed? Okay. Ṣé I'm going listen, I'm going Yoruba land nísìn, right? Àti gbé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn dìde, right? Ó bẹ́ńbé kò bẹ́ńbé, at least ó ní nǹkan táwọn ṣe lẹ́ Yorùbá.
Sure.
Good.
Yeah.
So what can other regions do? And even our 39 Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn already gone. Kí la tún lè ṣe to bolster the strength of Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn before the state police will kick off, fully or will be fully developed?
Yeah, then
Or
maybe then
let me use
Amotekun
that
need more
language.
power.
Okay.
They need to delegate more powers to Amotekun. Maybe
Okay.
even arm them. Yeah. They should really operate like police then. To buy keboya in Kotama Toshima fi save wa until Tofma implement state police near. Pay Amotekun, we should probably maybe full blown security apparatus wa. Because we cannot just keep quiet and saying we are waiting for the implementation of the state police while they were killing our people. Like, le dake kama wo. We cannot just do that. Our leaders were, I think it's left for us now. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo group Yorùbá tá bá ní, we should be on top of our voice. We cannot keep quiet. I'm sorry if the North, if that is what they wanted, fine. I want to more got here because taba wo náà láti ilẹ̀, I mean, àwọn náà dá kínní sílẹ̀. But what fear affect wa? Even their own people, they are running for their life. They are coming down south. One shock wa. And moreover, this they are coming down south. It's clear to us as they're bringing along all those people. And what on Shemea, they are bringing them along is what is clear to us. And yeah, a lot of our Yowa already what I'm sorry, our Yowa were docile. And security is so affect what we àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa wọ́n ti sá lóko, they cannot go to farms again, they're kidnapping them anyhow, doing whatever tí wọ́n fẹ́ fáwọn tó fẹ́ fáwọn èèyàn wa, killing our mothers, raping them and doing all sort of things. We really need, I mean, security Yoruba land, we need to do something about it. Maybe we shouldn't even wait for federal government any longer.
Òótọ́ ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa nínú ilé àti ibikíbi tẹ́ ti ń wò wá káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, if you have as you are joining us on Twitter space, please help us to retweet this space, because if we don't do that, algorithm of Twitter will not push us to the right channels so that people can see us and they can come in and join us in this discussion tonight. This is a discussion for everybody. It's not like somebody or one person is the only person that's going to be talking tonight. Everybody is free to talk. Mr. Mickey Ross from Facebook, more commenting here, Shegon, thank you, that we cannot be quiet. Honestly, Yoruba must not be quiet. Tori, the thing is about tarot and benefit. Who is going to benefit from this being quiet? Àwọn tó náà fẹ́ state police yìí, tó náà kàn fẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹnu lásán, tó náà fẹ́ pẹ̀lú tọkàntara, right? I mean, a couple can tell themselves, I love you, right? Tí kò kàn jẹ́ láti ẹnu tí òun ṣe láti ọkàn láti inú wọn wá láti ọkàn wọn, there will be difference there, okay? So, who are these people that are not taking this thing as a priority? Please, as you're helping us to retweet this space, come up and raise up your hand on the Twitter and come make your suggestions to us tonight and your comments. So, Mr. Balogu, you are back again. Eshegon, let's hear from you.
So, as Ebere will take it serious. I will say everyone. Why Timoshe Sobe? I'll start from the leaders, because it not me everything to wawa. So it is top down. So top down in the sense that on leaders are serious, bottom up, our not as serious, because since also I pay 60 months, Chini Atishi, on Woloti bossy type, no, we reject the 60 months. I think probably this is the first forum, as far as I'm concerned, that in debate or okay, 60 months, the theoretic point of view. Ṣé even àwọn àgbà lawyers ta ní mélòó náà ló ti jáde láti challenge the IG of police on his recommendation? So although it's recommendation, so why I blame the leaders if it's that recommendation? Kí ni president ti sọ, kí ni Attorney General ti sọ, kí ni àwọn other people concerns, àwọn ọba, everybody.
So what in got is there's no political will.
There's no political will, etigba. So, but in the right sense, to be serious, I think now the main legal framework, this is an emergency. I don't think they understand that. Maybe they understand that, but they are just playing politics.
Yes, so Mr. Sos Moro, when you think Mr. Balogun when you come in, okay?
There are people in this country that will like to maintain the status quo. They will not want anything to change. The only thing as far as governance is concerned to them will be titi, that is not the main thing that I need. As far as this country is concerned, especially insecurity level, we need reforms. President there to certain official reforms, he continue to expect all hands must be on deck. Now, what is my own proposal? Taba said, okay, 2 months to 60 months to but if I stand before the IG today, what I will tell him is this. One, we need emergency legal framework. Now, I mean Attorney General, he can draft it. He can draft it while we await the revision of certain section of the Constitution. I think the Attorney General can draft an emergency legal framework that we go to the state. The state can now enact the Amotekun type of legal framework, the state in, and that will be replicated all in the 36 states. Then amamo to serious on tí wọ́n kàn fẹ́ máa lo insecurity láti máa bójú láti máa pa àwọn tó kù. From this we will know. Now that can run between 0 to 6 months. Legal framework should be ready. Now after the legal framework, they need to now create their state service commission, because now we are moving from the Federal Service Commission. It will now be State Police Service Commission. So that is part of the legal framework. Oma Wanu legal framework. And they all know this. So we are on boju legal framework, that the legal framework itself will create the State Service Commission. And after that, I don't think we have the State Service Commission because there's that is backing. But after the state commission, then we can roll out pilots. Or Southwest. When we roll out the pilot, then state law, the state will copy all those pilots. Any state over say, okay, they have unique culture, they have unique terrain, they want to modify their own rollouts. That is their own pilot, which is training. Pilot is Latini training, Latini different aspect of policing. Okay, dojúkọ àwọn criminals, for example, àwọn tó bá ẹ̀kọ́ wà ní street gbogbo ẹ̀, this pilot will have it. Wọ́n máa roll it out. Ibẹ̀lá máa ti mọ mistake, ibẹ̀lá máa ti correction. And then tó bá ti ṣe pilot and then we'll now go from development into production. The production aspect ni a máa ti ṣe recruitment and the largest training. Now this is within that 24 months tí mo propose. Then kan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ pé àwọn house gan wọ́n ti ń rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń state ń ṣe. So the debate will be ongoing. Then ìkan tó bá yẹ ká adjust as per law, we'll be able to adjust it. But if we say, okay, let us wait, because since not proposed it, how many months not proposed it so far? How many months ló ti lọ? Kí náà ti ṣe? So ibẹ̀lẹ̀ máa ti mọ̀ pé was serious. So I'll just rest
for now.
My case at time. Yeah.
Eshegoni, thank you very much. Source, you're welcome, man. Aaron, you can bring your hand and talk.
Okay, thank you very much.
Please, Source, give me some seconds. Cherry, only go Timori. I mentioned it now. The use of words. Cherry 60 months here. I think it's kind of a problem. Boya kama 10 more 5 years. Because Taban Daruko 5 years. Boya we all realize what is actually going on. Exactly, because that's 60 months months. People don't calculate sometimes. Exactly. Because that's the use of words. Every time we come and sack by 60 months. Okay. But if we keep Tababeres need Daruko 5 years, listen. I think even I want maybe our the leaders only what are we talking about? 5 years, Bawo. because I mean 60 months here. More believe people here won't really understand. That's just what I want to bring in, Eshe.
Okay, if you don't,
So
Mr.
first, please, continue.
Boss, yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
okay.
Thank you for the
Actually,
patience. Thank you, Ashe.
yeah, no problem. Actually, that 5 years is just estimated based on Nigeria precedents. I can say that this can take up to 20 years or 30 years. So I was thinking, I'm saying the truth. Consider political will, and I'm telling you, when Badoveshi starts from PIB, it'll take about 20 years. So why are they rushing? Why do they want to get this one? Why this one will not take more than the same year, like 20 years? So leave that aside. Coming to I would prefer it to still be regional police, not even state police. From my own experience, right? For example, now, if it is still state police, from what I've read, the bit of what I've read, and from what I've understood, they said that they will move, is it like 20% of the current police, they move them to states. What it means is that header can still go to people's farm, kill the person in the farm. When they arrest the person, because the DPO is from his region or from his state or from whatever, they'll still call him, they will leave him. They will call the police DPO or call the IGP or call the AIG to communicate with the 25% police they move to the states.
Sorry, source. Me, the 25% they say they will, second back to the state are citizens and the indigenous of that state. Not that wọ́n gbé èèyàn Sokoto kó máa bọ̀ ní Kafancha. Ṣé yín sàbí wọ́n gbé èèyàn Abia kan máa gbé lọ sí Anambra tó gbọ́n tẹ̀jọ́ sọ Igbo. Àbí kán gbé èèyàn Delta máa bọ̀ l'Ékòó. No, I think it's gonna be state local. I want to suppose it should be purely indigenous of that state ló ní state police. Kọ́mọ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Thank you for that correction. Sorry,
no, only state more. Can you state police? But we had a commissioner for information and strategic planning for Lagos State. He said no, the state police that they are proposing people as like recommendations is that you must be indigenous of Lagos. Tí wọn ò bá sí mọ́ wọ́n ṣe máa rántí Yorùbá kó tó lọ rántí any other person. Ṣé kó tó kó Yorùbá tán kó tó kó ará Èkó tán kó tó kó ọmọ Yorùbá tán. Lagos State Police àti kùnà ṣe get me nsìn. So 25% ọ̀nà sàn is not that wọ́n lọ gbé yẹn kan wá láti Kútúwòǹjì tó kó ti wà 25% in quote now kó máa bọ̀ ní Ondo State tí n ṣe ọmọ Ondo State. That means we are still practicing federal policing system.
Okay, so Mama they like to ask second year to short-term works to be quickly developed in a way that at least in the next 6 months or 1 year, using Amatekun templates, that's from that particular place. And I even think that this Amatekun, they just do it in response to the complaint, not that they really wanted to do it, because by now I expected that although they did a lot of work in Ekiti by turning back some of those people that don't know where they are going, that just want to move to the southwest. I think to thank them for that, but I still believe that they're supposed to be like a regional headquarters for Amatekun, whereby there will be control system, knowledge sharing, and all of that within those states, and they can rotate the chairman or whatever of that, the head of that Amatekun that will hold the types of regional coordination of everything. Now they can start implementing technology to, adding technology to the equipment and making use of, instead of this more of traditional method that they are still currently using. So that's my own contribution.
Eshigoni. No, thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Those of us who keeps sending us messages from Twitter, from our YouTube channel, TikTok, about check TikTok, Madam Jokade. There are comments there or questions that we need to attend to, and also to our 2 YouTube channels. Our 2 Twitter channels. Eshigoni, thank you very much. Please, if you have any contribution or question or idea about how to make this state policing a reality as quickly as possible in Nigeria, please come up, raise up your hand, and let's have this discussion. It's not about one person. This is about us because this is our own thing now. You know, if I may ask or look at, we've talked about political will. Who benefits from maintaining the current centralized policing system? Àwọn ogun ló ń benefit nínú kínní yìí, like a source just said pé ẹnìkan one bandit or one header guy á lọ sóko olóko á rape ìyàwó níyàwó á da oko olóko rú á balẹ̀ jẹ́ tán tí wọ́n bá jà á yọ̀bọ̀n ti ẹni tó lóko wọ́n á ṣe bó ṣe wù wọ́n ṣákàṣáká dẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ mú wọn tán á ti gbé fóònù á ti pé uncle ẹ̀ tó wà ní kíníkan á ti pé àwọn kíní porúkọ wọn àwọn ọmọ ìyá ti àlà wọ́n á ti dé pápápá wọ́n á ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa make connection kiri bóyá máa fi rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Who are the people that are actually benefiting from this current centralized policing system in Nigeria? Torí tí a bá ti mọ àwọn yẹn gangan a lè mú báyìí bá ṣe máa handle matter yìí because nobody, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Yoruba is benefiting from it. Kémi mú mi ò rò pé mo Yorùbá kan wà tó benefit from it. Even though we know we have some leaders who are nationalistic in their views, okay? Yeah, good works. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Good work. Ẹ ká lẹ́wọ̀ ẹja gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ yín o.
Baba, I think, Mr. Bakari,
Yeah, mo gbọ́ yín mà.
after that rough hour,
Okay.
we all know the benefactor of all this, what is going on. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀, it's not hidden. Àmọ́ àwọn tó benefit. And
Okay.
at the more, we know the region that does not want the state police to come to life. We know it.
Okay.
We all know what is going on. Kò sẹ́ni tí ó bò fún. Ṣé Yorùbá ló ń gbé ẹrù ìbọn lọ́ máa ń pa àwọn èèyàn lóko ni? Gbogbo wa mọ̀, a mọ̀. Àfi tá a bá fẹ́ tanra wa lóyà kù. And they themselves, they know. That's why they want the current structure tí Nàìjíríà ní
To
because
remain.
ó benefit wọn. So, and the change is hitting them. They don't want it. They want to continue what got fẹ́ tẹ̀lé nìyẹn wọn already láti change. So that's why the state police of a thing, if tí a bá pariwo, tí a bá press, tí bàbá bá ti kó bẹ́ẹ̀, I think you can forget it. OTD go nìyẹn, that's it. So we know the beneficiary.
Okay.
Yes, tá a bá kàn fẹ́ fi gbogbo ẹnu pè é ni, a mọ àwọn tí wọ́n benefit.
Okay. Good work. I see you coming up. After you, Madam Aneke. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, referring on these state policies, I think the IG, I don't think he's ready to relinquish his power. Maybe like that's one of the issues he has. Maybe for system production, he's 10 for 5 years. So I think he's not willing to relinquish his power within that period. So he feels that maybe he feels that state police might reduce Agba only as IG. But I think at this point he needs to understand that these things are bigger than him. It's bigger than whatever position he feels he has. And I understand maybe where he's coming from on that point, but the issue of state police is bigger than him, considering the insecurity situation we have. So I think if there's a way to like make him see the bigger picture of the entire thing. In the country, there's no, you can't have an IG of police, you can't have a general where you can be trying to flex your power. If there's a way to like get it across to him to ensure that he sees the bigger picture of why we need to have state police, that the state police does not mean he's going to undermine his power as an IG. So I think maybe that's probably part of his own worry. He feels like the state police should be ushering in as soon as he's finishing his tenure as an IG. But 5 years, I think within that 5 years, it's going to get truncated. We know doing Nigerian work and stuff like that. If in Nigeria they don't implement policy immediately within 2-3 months, like the task force is implemented within 1 year, if you wait for 5 years, you won't implement it. See the petroleum industrial bill we're trying to pass for over 20 years. Something should have passed since over like 20 years ago. We just passed it less than 2-3 years ago when the benefits should have accrued. So I think the IG should understand that state police does not undermine his power as an IG. He's still going to need the IG and stuff like that. But states will have the capacity to fight insecurity by themselves without straining his own without straining his own bodies, without straining. And also, like, the state police does not have anything to do with him, sort of. I don't think he has any power to. You can make recommendation, but you can't be saying that they have to use the existing police to do state police. Does not have the power to say that. So I think there's a bit across playing, like those kind of like those pressure you guys put on during the time of when they were trying to pass the bill for state of origin stuff that Benkano did. The orientation like that to make the idea understand that state police is the most important thing we need right now. The only thing we need right now in Nigeria, state police is the most important thing. And if they can see that bigger picture, I think we should get it done at least within this year or before the end of next year. That's what we're looking for.
Mr. Goodwin.
Mr. Goodrock, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré kọ́ mi sí nǹkan tẹ̀sán yẹn for the point wípé the IG pé maybe you think bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rò ó tọ̀ ti IG the federal police is still going to be there, so why would he think as in his power is going to reduce? Abi is going to affect his power?
Àwọn ọ̀pàrọ̀ nǹkan tí Mr. Goodrock saying is very true, because he will not have control over the state commissioners of police. She get me saying.
Fine, but nevertheless, the federal is there.
The federal is there. Yeah,
And federal is going to handle the big thing in Nigeria.
There's no power in the first center if you don't have control over the states.
But I don't think, because this is it's individual thing in your corner. I don't think one person will think of himself to jeopardize what is really. I mean, the security thing in Nigeria, because he mentioned the reason. Tabalo, if you check it, he mentioned as in the training and also getting to split the current police to the states as in more of the training of a thing. That is what TIG wo. I don't think, because at the end of the day, it did not say it. So it is still just our thoughts.
And share more, madam. We are all in Nigeria, because somebody in Nigeria more from Boga. Because gbogbo wọn tí ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ìpawátá gbogbo irọ́ ń ta fún one country kò sí irọ́ tó ń ta fún ọlọ́jọ́ kan rí tí ò sí reason fún.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But what power did the IG ministry that ó máa shake tí ó bá ti di pé wọ́n ti decentralize pé state police ti wà? What power?
Okay, now before a governor can do anything in the state now, Nigeria as it is today, we're told according to the constitution pé the governors are the chief security officers of the state, as I said at the beginning, okay? But you're just a chief security officer without authority and power. Before you can tell the commissioner of police to do anything, he will get authorization from Abuja. TIG ò bá sign fún ní Nigerian sílẹ̀ tẹ́ni wá ní case ní Èkó, tẹ́ni ọgbọ́n tó bá fa case yẹn tẹ́ni bá strong jù, wọ́n á lo IG money wọ́n á fi gba case yẹn kúrò lọ́dọ̀ commissioner of police straight. Wọ́n á lè gbé case lọ sí Abuja àti wá gbogbo ìwọ tó fipò lágbára lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn àbí tó fipò lágbára lákùrẹ́ àbí ní Ifẹ̀ àbí ní Ìbàdàn, wọ́n á máa wọ mọ́tò lọ sí Abuja because of your own case tẹ́ pé wọ́n ló di jàre. Nígbà tí wọ́n bá Sunday Igboho jàǹgbà ní Ìbàdàn kí náà ṣe wọ́n kó gbọ́n lọ sí Abuja ni náà. Ṣé Abuja níjà yọ̀dọ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìgbà tí wọ́n á dá Abuja wọn àtẹ̀tọ́ tó jọ ní issue ṣùgbọ́n fẹ́ nìyẹn lẹ̀ wọ́n dé Sunday mọ́lẹ̀ sí Abuja. Wọ́n dé àbọ̀sẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ nìyẹn sílẹ̀ tó padà sí Ìbàdàn tó gbùbọ̀ tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn kiri gbà yẹn. That is the power of federal. So
then we'll be talking about the office of the IG, not the IG himself.
IG nígbà tó máa ń ṣe mátà kìínígbà yẹn Malami didn't arrest anybody now. Ọlọ́pàá náà ló lò. Malami was the auditor general. I mean, I can't.
Accountant General.
Yeah, thank you, man. The AG, okay, of the federation. So agbára ta ló lò gbà yẹn, agbára power yẹn ó lè fún authority fún IG nígbà yẹn. Àwọn náà pẹ̀lú àwọn DSS àwọn náà kóyàn lábúlé kò ní Ìbàdàn now.
Yeah.
It's how powerful this book can be. But wọ́n ti lè yọ kíní èkó lọ́dà wọn, right? As you said, you are very correct. Kò sẹ́ni bọ̀tà gbọ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ kí nǹkan to àwọn aráàlú ní Nàìjíríà tá máa wá excuse kiri. But there are people in this country, nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tax bill last year or year before last, I can't remember the precise year now. Senator from the north sọ lórí television lórí channels lọ́dọ̀ Ṣeun Ọ̀kín wípé àwọn ò fẹ́ kinní yẹn pé
Yeah.
it's a disadvantage to them. But when they bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ṣé they ti ka kinní, they have not read it. I mean, I don't understand. Somebody who's making laws for the country, oh, take a tax bill, oh, they oppose it. This is the first place in the whole world in your tax bill, oh, they oppose tax bill. So in this country, oníkàlùkù ló ní interest títí ẹ̀. Oníkàlùkù ló ní interest títí ẹ̀. And that's why TYF is rooting for, not just for regional government, but a system where linguistic system.
Linguistic, yeah.
Òun là ń sọ Nàìjíríà. Tó ètèdè yín bá ti bára mu, ẹ lọ dúró sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Agídí kọ́nà fi ń ṣe wọ́n báyọ̀ tán kan fáńfáńí tán ya. Okay, so the problem is the delay is not rooted in genuine complexity. It is rooted in the fear of losing that federal control.
Yeah. Because normally, no.
Look at Fasholangba. No, ó lé àwọn tí àwọn ọmọ mi ò lé wọn. But a governor that we so bí a mọ̀ ṣe máa di president lọ́la yẹ ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ kan lókè ìyá tí mo láti ní mo rákọ̀ ní Iboland tí mi ò fẹ́ ṣẹ̀. That is nationalistic view. No one such in Yoruba land. Because our law taught us that you can be a good Nigerian without first being a good Yoruba. Oh, nífẹ̀ẹ́ Nàìjíríà tọkàntara wọn fẹ́ sọ àti nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá because nǹkan tó wá ti kọ́ láti lé yẹn olùwàmúròde. So if you can be selling us out here locally, kí ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe lọ́tọ́ Abuja? Ṣé ìgbà láṣẹ tó tapá ọ̀ka ẹ̀ mọ́? And that's why many senators in Abuja won't raise 1 billion country, and they are collecting millions on people's head. Millions. Madam Anike, after you will be Mr. Sam. Hola. I came after can go and talk. After Sam Hola. Yeah, Anike, I can hear you, please. Anike B. Olojede, please talk.
Madam Ajoke, mo kí everybody.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, Madam Adike. Ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Adúpẹ́ o.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́mi fẹ́ sọ kò pọ̀. Ṣé gbogbo ìta ṣẹ̀rígbẹ̀gbẹ̀ who is benefiting? IG sọ pé ṣẹ́rí àwọn people yìí, they know exactly all these things that we are trying to be saying, we are thinking for them. They know everything. Wọn ò fẹ́ ṣe nù. And Sherry, mọ̀ pa mọ́ bó ṣe ń pariwo dáadáa mọ̀ bó ṣe ń trend the hashtag, bó ṣe ń ṣe kíní. Àwọn tó ń benefit yẹn, you see this case, anything nínú Nàìjíríà tí ò bá ti affect àwọn mọ́là yẹn, ó lè take 20 years. Wọ́n á máa sọ fún yín pé àwọn ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ ni. But ẹ jẹ́ kó affect àwọn mọ́là yẹn, wọ́n lè ṣe láàrin 3 months. Now, àwọn èèyàn wọn ló wá ń pa àwọn èèyàn wọn bí báyìí. You are telling me pé 60 months tàbí 5 years. Ọjọ́ mélòó gan ló kù tí Tinubu fẹ́ lò ní presidency? Ó sọ fún wa pé 5 years. Ṣé o bá ní tó sọ 5 years kò mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ? That person knows exactly what they are saying. By the time tí president tó bá máa ṣe tán, tí kò bá ní sí tí ẹlòmíì bá bọ́ síbẹ̀, káwá wo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ máa béèrè state police. This is exactly why that person said 5 years. If they are ready to do it, I don't know if it's possible for us. Bí ìmọ̀ bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo àwọn tá a bá mọ proposal kọ àmọ́ bí tá a fẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sí tó máa dọ́dọ̀ wọn. or bóyá Twitter náà ní ká lè focus lé lórí, let's do a campaign. Àwọn olórí burúkú kan dẹ̀ wá tí wọ́n bọ́ ṣe máa gbé presidency fún Messiah tí wọ́n náà wá bí gbogbo ṣe fẹ́ jalè. Ṣé ti pé àwa nìkan la ní issue yìí ní Yorùbá land, because we can't open our eyes and let our people be dying.
Yeah.
We can't.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
These people, they know these things. IGN kò ní gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. It will not disturb his power. It will not kìnìkan. He cannot have state power over the state. Gbogbo kìnì yẹn, they know it. Àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹni tó burú mọ́ ó kàn wéyàn tó máa sọ fún mi. They know. Báwa ṣe fẹ́ reach bàbá. Tí bàbá bá fẹ́ kí kìnì yẹn ṣe láàrin oṣù mẹ́fà, wọ́n máa ṣe. Báwo ló ṣe wá le tó yẹn? They will want to train them. Ṣé wọ́n ní training tẹ́lẹ̀ ni?
Exactly.
Ibi
training ló baffle mi pé because of training, because main thing tó fi bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ni pé training kiri 5 years ọdún márùn láti train kí ló dé.
It's just like this NYSC whatever. We can't start putting everybody in their state. You can put them. The same time, don't take yín láti máa transfer àwọn èèyàn sí everywhere. In fact, it will even be easier. Láti sọ pé ọmọ Èkó dúró l'Ékòó, ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ dúró l'Ọ́yọ́ o, ọmọ Ògùn dúró l'Ògùn o. It makes it easier. Ẹni tẹ́ bá ti gbé lọ́nà jíjìn ẹ̀dá padà sílé. It's as simple as that. Àwọn alágbó bá ṣe fẹ́ reach bàbá o, bí ìbọn bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe o. Bóyá wọ́n lè jẹ́ ká lọ ẹni ọ̀nà àsọ̀rọ̀, bóyá ká lọ kúnlẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, we can't let our people be dying. Àwọn akọ́lá kó bá àwọn ọmọ tó ń bímọ àtàwọn tó ń bímọ tó ọmọ wọn ò wúlò, because wọn ò wúlò. Tí gbogbo wọn bá ní nǹkan tó ń fi láì fún ọ ṣe, wọn ní máa lọ káàkiri máa pa. Tábàdẹ̀ ti ní state police, ẹni tá àkọ̀wé fún yín pé kẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ Yorùbá fún wa. Tábà yanjú wọn kò sẹ́ni tó máa bèrè wọn. I still hold on to that opinion. Àbí that stand. I still have that stand. Nígbà tó o bá ń fi ọmọ bandit 500 ránṣẹ́ sí Sanwó-Olú, tó bá wá sí Èkó tí Sanwó-Olú bá yanjú wọn, ò lè béèrè ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ Sanwó-Olú. So everybody kò nílùú wọn. Ọmọ yìí máa wà ní kó wá gbébọn wá pa àwọn èèyàn mi. We need it as soon as possible. Our people are dying. This night I was talking to my mom and she was like, kí bàbá jọ o, kán ṣàánú wa o. People are dying. That was what she was saying. Because what is grassroots? Tí èèyàn tó wà l'Ékòó tí kò bá lè lọ sí Kogi tí ò lè lọ Kwara nílì mọ́, kí ló kù?
Kò sí mọ́.
I don't think this hashtag trending. I know we can, because we are the people holding this Twitter, is the Yoruba people that is holding this social media space. We can do it. But if there are other things we can do, tó bá jẹ́ àwọn traditional rulers wa la fẹ́ lọ bá, kọ́jọ kan ṣàánú wa 5 years ti pẹ́ jù. Ìfà tọdún kan kù lójú tèmi, mo sọ́rí gan-an jọ o. Ṣé tí mélòó lọ́wọ́ ní recruit àwọn èèyàn? Ìkan tó bá wà ní àwọn bọ́lá ìgbé máa rí sí lọ́ máa sáré ṣe. Sáwọn tó tí wọ́n defend terrorists, they don't even want it to happen. Wọ́n bá ti tó yẹ ilé pọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yẹ ilé máa police ara yín náà. Ẹ máa rí tó bá ti dọ̀wọ́ state police ní sí àwọn bandit àárín wọn sí. Wọ́n máa fọwọ́ ra wọn lórí lọ́dọ̀ wọn náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Foot soldiers wọ́n ni wọ́n náà. After after máa kọ́ra wọn.
Wọ́n máa fọwọ́ ra wọn lórí kó máa para wọn náà.
Àwọn nìkan máa lọ́wọ́ federal government fi ṣe bailout fún àwọn tó kidnap.
They can't use that as insecurity stories anymore. Once we have state police, they can't use it as stories anymore.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
They want to imagine Tinubu lọ́wọ́ mú pé they are killing people in Kano. Sáwọn Yorùbá ló wá ń pa yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ lè pa yín.
It's so sad.
That's the question they will ask them. Should people have state police? Deal with it. Ẹ
ṣé gan Sister Anike, thank you very much. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam Holla. Yeah, I've seen your hand up. Thank you for being patient. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Yes, sir. Ẹ kálẹ́
o.
Ẹ kálẹ́.
Ẹ ká ìkànnà message wọn lórí YouTube.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, the second message mi tí mo kọ mo ní ó ṣe jẹ́ Inspector General of Police.
Yes.
For any time frame.
No, ó yà mí lẹ́nu.
Yeah, nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní it is politics they are playing. I'm sorry to say that Baba, as much as I pray for Baba to have his whole time. Baba no work.
According to Anike, Baba ń pẹ́wẹ́.
This thing to me, it's doing politics the right way. And the right way politics, they have to. Americans man pay lobby. We have to. We the South-West, we have to lobby the South-South, the Middle Belt, even Middle Belt. One way we can come to our.
Yeah.
To lobby their House of Rep, their senators. On our working is that not in the House. So the framework should be done from the House.
Benny.
The framework will be done from the House. When the police department, the Nigerian police will be there on just like the they will go from border to border. But within the state, the framework will be done from the House. When they pass the bill in the Senate, we will consider we say Inspector General Inspector General so àwọn governors wa wọn ní àwọn governors wa wọn ní mindset wípé nǹkan yìí ó yẹ kó wọn ṣe wípé kò kàn wọn mọ rẹ pé ó ti kàn wọn lébi pé wọn mọ pé nǹkan tó yẹ kó jẹ́ number one nǹkan tó yẹ ká máa rún pákó gbọgbọgbọgbọ sí wọn létí gbọgbọn nìyẹn wípé kíní yìí kò kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bíríìjì lọ sí ọ̀run àbíkẹ́sọ̀ ọ̀dọ́n tí àbálá nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀ gbogbo ìtẹ̀sí ẹ̀ ṣe lásán ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi yé so tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ tábà ti lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ fún house of rep èèyàn tó ń lọ house of rep tó bá ń gbé pálí kiri lákàtúndì ẹ̀dùn fún òòtá kọ́kọ́ sọ fún mi pé nǹkan tí a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó máa tẹnumọ́ lójoojúmọ́ nì tí ò bá ti lè ṣe yẹn o níbò ń dì fún ibi tí ó yẹ ká ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan nìyẹn kò ṣe é pé èèyàn ló máa mú pọ́lísì wa ló máa mú proposal wa pé òun báyìí ló fẹ́ ṣe.
Mr. Sam, mo fi wúwo àtọmọdé lẹ́nu ibi tẹ́ bọ́rọ̀ dé mẹ́ẹ̀, right? I think this is the time now we have to begin to ask all our governorship aspirants, how do we get state police implemented within 1 year to the office?
ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré ka comment tó wá which the person is very very right. Emagbo, if they can decentralize electricity within 2 years and move it to concurrent list, they do not have an excuse not to do the same for police.
Not only.
Yes.
All through the state, there's a response why. The police is state, the governor is state accommodate. So tell me why it's not possible.
I need conscience.
Yeah.
The governors, they still have some certain power, whereby they have things they can do.
Ṣé pé bàbá fúnra wọn ti sọ̀rọ̀ kan bàbá ò sọ pé kàn ṣe kíní fún gbogbo Nàìjíríà o wọ́n ti sọ he put a caveat in that statement pé make this law so that whoever wants to have state police can go ahead and have their state police wọn ò ní kàn ṣe federal state policing. Baba never said it should be for the whole country because he knows some people opposed it outrightly nígbà Buhari. In fact, bóyá láti gba Jonathan tí ẹnikẹ́ni ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà yẹn wọ́n oppose it. So now tí kíní ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ again to come up again now it shouldn't be IG. To me, he's not doing it well. It's just for you to bring the whole program to the Senate, to lawmakers, and tell them that within this and this period, though, within this and this period, though, it's not everything I have to consider a man follow. Not they jump over. You don't do statistics one shall man, recruitment. One thing they want to in fact, Yoruba land òṣèlè máa ṣe gbogbo tó ń kọ sílẹ̀ tó ń kọ sí di 30-60 pages kọ sílẹ̀ àti kọjá gbólé wọ̀nyí now. It's just to formalize the whole thing nìkan ló kù sọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Thank you, Mr. Oluwatobi, from the Jonathan Confab report. Yeah. Since Jonathan has been sort of state police. Kemo ye ni tó ti sọnù láti gbà yẹn now.
Ṣé ti rí ìgbà tí state governor bá lè ra weapon tó lè ra àwọn ọlọ́pàá national police ní state. I don't see any reason why they cannot empower the Amotekun.
I said it.
They can do it within the state.
Miyeta la ń gbé ìbọn gidi Miyeta la ń gbé kiri nínú gbogbo Kwara state. Yet Miyeta Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ní kò máa gbé dengon kiri. This country is just you are just joking. We are just joking. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you, Mr. Sam. Ẹ ṣé gan. Somebody made a comment from our YouTube. Yes, I think Atika that's you can decentralize electricity within 2 years and move it to concurrent list. They do not have any excuse not to do the same for state policing. Eshigoni, thank you very much, AK Queen. Thank you very much for that comment. Now,
we still have Mr. Adebayo on stage.
Yeah, Mr. Adebayo, Mr. Akim Wambe. I think Mr. Akim is next. Yeah, Mr. Akim. After Mr. Akim is Mr. Akombi. Mr. Akim, let's hear from you. Thank you for being patient.
Thank you very much.
Cabo.
Sorry, Cabo.
And mo lè fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ fi opportunity kí gbogbo àwọn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú ìgbọ́ méjì silent print jẹ́ pé lára àwọn ibi tí bàtà ti ń ta lẹ́sẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kan as a priority ilẹ̀ wa it's a priority èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan from Kwara State and I'm a bona fide Ìgbómìnà to the poor. Àlè ti torí pé àgbélé ká máa wo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Àlè pé kò tí ì dé ibi tiwa gangan ká dákẹ́. Kò kàn mí. Òun ló ń fa tí Fúlàní àti Bòròró tó ń ṣe wọ́n gbalẹ̀ wọn lọ́wọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wa yìí. Ẹ̀rí situation Kwara àti Kogi kọjá kínní and some of the things tó ń jẹ́ àwọn èèyàn yà níbẹ̀ ló pé àwọn olóṣèlú wa generally kì í prioritize interest àwọn èèyàn tó ń claim ọ̀pá àwọn represent. Recently mo ń bá ìkan lára àwọn àgbà tó ń monitor gbogbo event tó ṣẹlẹ̀. And he was explaining about a kidnapping tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú kan London Ìfẹ́lódùn. Tó dẹ̀ pa àwọn Bòròró ní ṣiṣẹ́ burúkú yìí. Many a times wọ́n bá pe àwọn ọlọ́pàá wọn kì í gbégbèsè wọ́n á ṣe bí pé kò pọ̀ wọ́n. Like it is like bí ìgbà tí ò jẹ́ duty ti wọn. But the moment tí àwọn locals go after tó bá fi rí pé wọ́n hit àwọn Fúlàní or vigilante tó wà ní Bikini, the same police tí wọ́n react all of a sudden they will swing into action. And before you know it, ẹ máa gbọ́ wọ́n transfer case lọ Ìlọrin, wọ́n transfer case lọ Àbújá. And gbogbo àwọn elite àwọn Fúlàní yìí wọ́n á dúró láti dìde láti defend àwọn èèyàn wọn tó bá mú bí ìwà ìbàjẹ́ yìí. And so the time care is not taken, wọ́n á turn case yẹn against aráàlú tó ń defend ìlú ẹ̀. Táwọn ìbáṣẹ̀ gbòòrò ọ̀bẹ ó máa ń jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n kan fún wa. Tó pé kí láǹfààní pé we have Yoruba politicians and we have Yoruba presidents. Tó yẹ pé nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe wọn ò ṣe. Tó wá dàbí ìjẹ́ pé value interest àwọn èèyàn wa that stays in the villages and the towns. That we only think about the capitals, the cities. Like them our villages and towns were they are like the back end the lower. Check the moment that one we about feel fall.
That's weird.
I want to the city, I want to city, they are not safe. And it's as if pay away more how important the Kwara City carefully Yoruba to put. The funniest thing that people that Kwara State is even bigger than almost all the other Yoruba states in terms of landmass. And a lot of things they were liberty and when you discover in terms of mineral resources. Ifelodu local government is as big as the state in the southeast.
Ẹja ń sọ òkò mi sáà kí ẹja ń sọ òkò.
Mr. Bakari, kò ṣe oko. Yeah, they're killing our people too much in Kwara. And we all know Kwara is more or less like Atikogi. It's more or less like the wall to protect her. If they fall, we are in trouble.
Kwara State ìgbómìnà lásán ká má tiẹ̀ tí sọ èmi làwọn jẹ́ bá nǹkan kan ìgbómìnà lásán.
Tí Kwara bá ti ṣubú Yorùbá ti wọ ọ̀gá omi yẹn.
Ìgbómìnà lásán bigger than many states. Òmùfín sọ pé Ìfẹ́lódù èlò is bigger than 1 or 2 states in the southeast. Káwá imagine káfí ẹ̀pọ̀dù sí káfí ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ káfí Èkìtì káfí gbogbo ẹ̀ sí. Recently, we are seeing agitation for creating. Kama agitate the company of the state is immediate company of your state. We are as we know what only Latin that need Kwara state to need the pecking of a minority to terrorize the majority. But nobody is talking about it. So what in that we don't care about them. They are only useful when it's time for election. And the governor of Kwara State is just the governor of Ilorin. So we don't even need to dissipate energy on that. So what am I saying in essence? How can we create a strong communication channel? So we can get our resolutions across to them in hope that it will get across to the president. Wow, la ṣe fẹ́ oil channel yẹn ṣe pé highly effective ṣe pé most of our resolutions and communication get one important demand for Kwara State, Igbominan and the entire Yoruba populations in Kwara State and Kogi needs to be protected. The governors they have in those two states won't sabotage the interest of Yoruba nílùú méjèèjì yẹn. They are purposely doing it. They are purposely doing it. Nígbà tí President Tinubu bá wà ń bẹ̀ sìn, if he is not the tí ò bá ṣe nǹkan kan sí, ṣé tẹ́lómi bá bọ́ síbẹ̀ tẹ́yà mi bọ́ síbẹ̀ náà wá ṣe nǹkan. Left with me, meaning state creation tó ń agitate fún. If there is going to be any state creation, it should be a state created for Kogi. I mean for the Kwara South and the Kogi West. These two states alone will be bigger than any other Yoruba state if created. And resolution on the National Conference, Jonathan, they are ready to work together. Create a state for them. Cut them out first.
Mr. Hakeem bìnrin kan lọ́wọ́ yín. Tó bá ti jẹ́ pé tòótọ́ a tẹ̀ máa gba 60 months yìí tààràtàrà tí bàbá ní pòkè fílẹ̀ 60 months ò lè lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún mẹ́rin lọ àbọ̀dún mẹ́ta. Okay, whichever one. What exactly needs to be built within this 60 months legally, institutionally, and operationally? Kí ni a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe nísinsìnyí? Ní díẹ̀ at least ó ń bọ̀ wọ́n ní kí ni àwọn làádọ́dẹ right? So kí ni a kàn fún wa ní díẹ̀ kí bí méjì mẹ́ta kí ni ó yẹ ká máa ṣe é sìn?
lára àwọn ọ̀pá ní láti ṣe.
Joshua Mefa take. At least I would have start somewhere. What should we start doing now as preparation?
Yeah, like many people thought it's all state police and regional autonomy. Is one of some of the things they can prioritize. State police will use rocket science. As far as I'm concerned, IG will be to checkmate the SSs. The federal structure will remain, but the state structure must be created and be independent. Fine, it will be checkmated by federal so as to curb abuse.
Excess, yeah.
But state police are really needed. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá láti máa ń rí tí a máa sọ̀rọ̀ security tí Fúlàní a máa yọjú that he has to be part of it.
But then sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn wa gan-an wọ́n fẹ́ yọjú àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní you are not Muslim enough.
Àbí wá dàbí pé àwọn tó yẹ kán stop pé shut up, you are not part of us. Àwọn gangan náà àwọn gangan ní ẹ̀mí plan. Because an average politician in Yoruba land is always about how do I become president. Ó dẹ̀ fi òun ní láti compromise security at interest àwọn èèyàn to get there. Òwò interest àwọn èèyàn tó dìbò fún wọn. It's about building networks. Ó dẹ̀ fi pé òun lè compromise interest àwọn èèyàn láti build network tó fẹ́ build. Many of them are a bunch of individualistic people.
Ẹ bá round up in 30 seconds. Ká lè gbé next speaker.
Part of my whole contribution is how do we communicate our resolution about state creation and state security, state police? How do we talk the lackadaisical attitude of our politicians? The plight of our farmers. In many towns within Oyo and Kwara State, Fulani are the one farming. I don't know if people have confirmed that to you. Many of our people cannot go to their farms. Their farm has been hijacked by this Bororo and Fulani. And the politician, they do as if it is none of their business. The police has been highly compromised. Some of them have been confirmed that they are even the one buying house for these Bororo people.
Ẹnì kan tẹ́ sọ fún mi nígbà kan rí, I was shocked ní mo Ìbàdàn London ló ń gbé o pé ṣé mo pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ àbí tó ń ṣe níbàdàn tó ń sìn Ìbàdàn pé àwọn Fúlàní ló ń sin gbé fún àwọn ló ń bá wọn tíkẹ́ màálù wọn àwọn Fúlàní tó wà ń bàdàn tipẹ́tipẹ́ tí wọn ò mọ ibi tó ti wá táwọn gan wọn ti rántí ibi tí bàbá wọn ti àwọn ti pé Yorùbá wọn gan gbóná ju t'Aláàfin lọ pé ṣé àwọn aláwọn sọ fún sí pé àwọn ọlọ́ta Yorùbá kìnnìkan wá òkè ṣé máa yí mu gbó ni àbí igbó ló ń mú orí ẹ̀ kò yé mi I mean I don't know.
ẹ jẹ́ kí èmi náà ṣọ́ọ̀kì pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí èèyàn kan sọ fún mi.
Tí àwọn kan escape nínú wọn and they went and leaked nígbà tó yá àwọn local vigilante wa máa swing into action they were able to get 1 or 2 of them. Immediately from Bororo the same police yóò rí àtìgbà tó tẹ́lẹ̀ tó ń kidnap Yorùbá all of a sudden wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wọ́n get involved now they are asking the Yorùbá vigilante to report in Ìlọrin.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni Mr. Hakeem gbogbo ní wọ̀nyí yes.
I need to create a communication channel to strong dáadáa.
Okay.
We need to let our politicians come up to see the way they have been playing politics with the security of our people.
If I may ask you, Mr. Hakeem, as you
are gaining too much ground on our land.
As you go, Mr. Hakeem, you still come up at all. Right? Eba ma once as you be my below yín. Kí ni àwọn ará Kwara lè ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí tó lè fi put pressure on the governor to get Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn or any kind of policing system lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n ẹ máa rò not now you no give me the answer now Madam Ajoke very briefly. Yeah.
Okay, it got a question that Berea. I think there was a video that circulated some weeks back. Àbí months ṣá tí àwọn ará Kwara tó lọ sí state government house. Àrí nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀. They actually started beating them. Wọ́n kàn talk síta wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní nà wọ́n. I think maybe àwọn èèyàn wa máa rí video yẹn. So what the Kwara àwọn tí ó jẹ́ not Ìlọrin nǹkan tí wọ́n lè ṣe for the Ìlọrin governor so to say to listen to them I don't know.
They don't know why Sharia by Governor Luma. Governor Lashwaju.
Because even there was still one video as well. There was a video that circulated, and what bandits talk, they openly said it. Governor Kwara State government local abomination for they said it.
Yeah, they
Is
confess
there?
to,
I mean,
confess to that. Eshegoni, we have one of our comments from our very, very ardent listener, Mr. Yomite. It's on the YouTube from YouTube. It's on our screen. It says most of our Southwest governors are distracted and not serious about demanding for state policing. And he said, if Aketi is a governor today, that's the late governor from the state, Agbeni Akeredolu. Only if Aketi is the governor today, I believe he will be at the forefront to drive the project to actualization. Kolondele fún Aketi Lorun is a very good, great man. We miss him. This is the time I'm missing him. Because if he can do all that he did, I mean, what he did on Amotekun, nígbà tí ojú Lema àti Buhari, wọn àti Malami, tán. Somebody have said it tonight. These leaders are just lying. Wọn serious because bí Buhari náà ṣe dé gbà ní ẹbẹ́ pé òun ò mọ ní ti ń pa Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. Òkun náà wọ́n fi òfin dé Bókínì mọ́lẹ́gbà ni o to frustrate Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn from becoming a realization. They own the Attorney General, they own the Supreme Court, they owned everything. But that man stood his ground. And that's why today Yoruba land, at least we have some little level of peace when it comes to Amotekun's presence. You can imagine if Amotekun is not Yoruba land, what would be happening today? At Mr. Omega, Moriloke, Egbo Yinwale, you can speak, sir. Baba Omega, wọ́n ti pa owó lọ, àwọn ará New York. Baba Omega, ẹ kí n porúkọ wọn, wọ́n á gbọ́, bàbá Àwórì, wọ́n á gbọ́ sí. Ẹ káàsán.
Ṣé ó ti kàn mí ni? Okay, thank you. My balance is 40. Okay, no problem, thank you. Ẹ má bínú sí.
Ẹ má wọrí, ẹ pín débí o, mo ti ń gbọ́ iye tó kù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ pín débí o.
So, ẹ ṣé gan Mr. Jagaban.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Arábìnrin Mr. Jọkẹ́ ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o.
yes, sir. I can so far.
Mo rò pàrẹ wà ní ojú ọpọ́n lẹ́nu.
No, wọn sí láàrin lẹ́nu bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n wà ní background.
Okay, because láì mọye oṣù ń sìn, ìdí ni first time ta lè sọ̀rọ̀ láta ní mic ní orí X. So ní ta ní mic ní X ni àtúnrí ààrẹ náà ń bí lẹ́nu. So I hope all is well.
Gbogbo Nàìjíríà ló wà níbí lẹ́nu, everybody ló ń sọ̀rọ̀, gbogbo Yorùbá ló wà níbí. Ilé ganjú, ó kọjá agbára ààrẹ ní ààrẹ ṣe sálọ, ààrẹ gan láyé àwọn lè dúró.
Ààrẹ ni prophet wa ní sẹ́yìn. So àwọn náà ń sí wa tó jí gbogbo wa. Gbogbo Yorùbá ló ti sùn láì mọye ọdún. Àka nǹkan kún tẹ́lẹ̀, Yorùbá ò ka nǹkan kún, àwọn ní kí la mú wáyé, kí la máa mú lọ ni. Ẹ̀mọ́ Ìgbò ẹ máa lò, Haúsá ẹ máa lò, Fúlàní ẹ máa lò. A máa fẹ́ yà Yorùbá ló ń fẹ́ gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù Nàìjíríà, àwọn tó kù wọn ò fẹ́ wa. Sọ Ọlọ́run àwọn àlọ́ àwọn ọkùnrin Yorùbá, àwa la wíìkì jù ní Nàìjíríà ká àwa conservative. So ẹ ṣe gan ẹ kú ètò. So a sọ̀rọ̀ lórí state police. Nigeria at war. 60 months to state police. Is Nigeria serious about security? Topic ni ẹ dàbí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Mo rẹ̀ ti rí pé kò pẹ́ tí mo join náà. So àwọn èèyàn ti sọ̀rọ̀ lóríṣiríṣi tó jẹ́ pọ̀rọ̀ tó mú ọgbọ́n wá. Ọlọ́run ayẹyẹ fún wa. So kan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé èèyàn tí IG tó dé orí ipò àti Tinubu tó jẹ́ pé a ti mọ̀ pé ó gbogbo láìpẹ́ nípa journalism ni. So wọ́n á sọ pé kí ó máa take 60 months tó jẹ́ ọdún 5 years láti lè achieve state police. Ó máa ní nǹkan tó rí àpáwà ò sí ń bẹ̀. Àwọn náà mọ̀ nǹkan tí wọ́n rí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ irú àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n bá dì pé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n wà tó jẹ́ pé
ìrònú wọn bọ́n ṣe máa jẹ léde ni selfish interest àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ràn feudalism tara wọn ló ń wọ̀n ro tẹ̀yìn ọ̀la gbogbo ẹ̀ náà máa put into consideration ló máa bí pé kí wọ́n sọ pé ó máa take odidi oṣù ogún mẹ́ta láti lè achieve state police so àdúrà táwọn máa gbà ní pé ọdún márùn-ún ló jẹ́ mi ò mọ̀ gbà tó release statement ẹ bá bóyá pẹ̀lú Tinubu sì máa wà lórí oyè ńgbà yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run ìyẹn tó mọ̀ pé ní àkókò Tinubu state police máa ṣẹlẹ̀ so ẹ jẹ́ kí inú wa dùn fún yẹn Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fún wọn ṣe so àìmọye ọdún wọn ti ń pariwo tí wọn ò rí ṣe so ẹ̀kọ́ tí mo fẹ́ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì Yorùbá ẹ̀yà Yorùbá ní weakness kan weakness yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ẹ ò lè jí ẹ̀dùn nínú ẹ̀yà tọ́lọ́run dá wa nìyà kò yẹ kí wọ́n kó wa pọ̀ mọ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà míì ẹ̀yà Yorùbá jẹ́ ẹ̀yà tó máa ń bẹ̀rù òfin àti Ọlọ́run nǹkan méjì tí Yorùbá máa ń bẹ̀rù nìyẹn Ọlọ́run àti òfin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mú Yorùbá tó ní conscience ẹ fọlọ́run kọ lọ́rùn ìkọ̀tẹ́ bá dára Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ rí ẹ o àti ìkọ̀tẹ́ fẹ́ kó ṣe yẹn á ṣe so Yorùbá bẹ̀rù nígbà Ọlọ́run gbà ibi ọba ayé ò rí ẹ ọba ọ̀run rí ẹ o so ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ó máa pẹ́ nìkan ń wo ohun tó máa dáhùn ní ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yà Yorùbá nìkan ló ní láàrin gbogbo nations tí àwọn British kó pọ̀ kò sí ẹ̀yà tó ní mọ́ ní Nàìjíríà Yorùbá nìkan ló ní irú process tó yẹ there is someone that has the power to kill me right now so níbi kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ti ń ṣe nǹkan ó máa put ẹni yẹn into consideration bóyá ṣe nǹkan yẹn lọ so òun náà fi rí wa mú weakness wa nìyẹn ní Nàìjíríà òfin náà fi ń mú ọmọ Yorùbá olóyè gba láti pay attention sí gbogbo òfin tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo òfin tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ so ẹ jẹ́ kí n tó bẹ tó mo fẹ́ àtẹ̀sí kan sí.
Thank you very much for coming into the space and speaking to us. We really love and appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, Mr. Akeem, mo béèrè kan lọ́yìn lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ẹ máa ronú sí ìbéèrè yẹn. Ẹ fà yín àti Sister Nìkẹ́ máa fẹ́ yóò dáhùn ìbéèrè yẹn. In the meantime, Mr. Said, you came up, right? Are you there? Ẹ káalẹ́ o. Go ahead, please.
No. I have something to contribute.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh, okay. Because we will soon be running up the space. What immediate security interventions should complement the long-term state police plan? Like,
Mr. Bakari, I think we have one hand up again. Good work.
Oh, good work.
Good
work. Yeah. Thank you. Good work. Sir. Good work.
Good work, Shewa. I bet you just raise your hand.
Okay, when you're ready to speak good work, you are free to come in. I will pause, wait for you. Now, invest on what stops us from having like a phased out rollout? Let's take Ondo State and now, collapse the Amotekun into state police force. Kafi Woboshimari, like a pilot project, right? As a program project manager. If we take Ondo State, for example, Kakofi Bere, Kawososi, Boshimalosi. Okay. Okay, we're going to have somebody in Ibadan, Abi Ife, Abi Abeokuta, Abi Jebu, to my Jebi regional system, to my guard the Yoruba police state. Konte Mondo state, konte state continue to be Ekiti. I get it means Abi konte amu Oyo state to be tipo to my difficult to maintain. Kamu meji yen Ondo to kiri ati Oyo to be. Kahada meji okay. These are the two states we want to have in Yoruba land. To check out, like a phased out rollout, as a pilot project. Regional office for the whole Yoruba land state policing. àbí kán gbé sí Ọ̀yọ́, àbí kán gbé sí Ọ̀ṣun. Let's see what's going to happen. Kán gbé sí Èkó. Then we can now look at how this is going to be. How are you going to run at your state level? Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Then we can now learn from those experiences. Bí wọ́n ṣe lò sí, bó ṣe ṣàṣìṣe sí, ibi tó wá dáa sí, ibi tí ò dáa tó sí. Then we can look at these things and sit down and write a report on it. Because this is how projects are being run. We cannot just run an entire nation rollout, a nationwide launch. Kákan gbé jáde gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Nigeria will collapse under this kind of structure. Èmi gbọ́ àwọn kan wọ́n Nigeria pé àwọn Boko Haram náà kó sínú police force tiwọn. Ìgbé àgbọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn kan lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ní pé iṣẹ́ tí yóò ṣe ẹ má protect state, you have to go to that state and be teaching them how to do police force. Okay? So, but what kájọ wò ní pé is it possible that we can have 2 or 3 states that we can use as a case study, as a pilot project, ká mú yẹn, then before we can now use and say, okay, like Lagos now. Lagos has become a very good example for other states. Nígbà tí Fáṣọlá dé ńgbà ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ flower. Before we know it, kí náà korúkọ gbogbo gómìnà Yorùbá lábẹ́sìn gbé flower kiri. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tó abẹ́ bridge wọn ṣe pápápá before you know Delta gan wọ́n ti copy ẹ̀. Wọ́n náà ti tún àwọn àdúgbò, àwọn ìletò kéréje, wọ́n ti tún gbé ṣe, wọ́n ti ń gbin flower. Gbogbo tó fi pé kò ṣe é ti tẹ́lẹ̀ kò ṣe é. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbin flower, Everybody started copying. Understand? Tí ìbá bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọbásanjọ́ tán fi first time wọn tó fi da Enron project rú, definitely today Nigeria, more than half of Nigerian states will have their power. Independent power generation, tí wọ́n máa tó wọn. By now, Nigeria will have been having more than 25 to 30,000 megawatts of electricity to the function 24/7. So we can look. What do we think about that, Ejo? Please, we need a comment on that. Should we have a phased rollout? Cut 1 or 2 or 3 states as an example. Okay. Any contribution,
Yes,
please? Oh, Mr. Akim. Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Lára àwọn nǹkan tá a ní láti ṣe ẹ ti sọ. It is indigenous, starting a pilot scheme for the indigenous policing system.
Okay.
Like you just like Besheti Soye, you can choose 2 states from each region, selecting indigenous people.
Okay, from each region now.
100.
Okay.
Each region.
Okay.
2 states from each region. Latifi, just like a pilot scheme for what we are planning. Just like you have said in Yoruba land, we can say, let's pick Ibadan and Ondo, or Ogun State and Ekiti, for example. We have like 1,000 personnel trained, reorientated, and educated about the modern policing system. Traffic pilot scheme here, and they should be within those 2 states that is a pilot scheme here. We know the number of local government present in each state. We post people to strategic places in those local governments. To one, 2 states here. Latifi check how effective it can be. So I can only start pilot scheme. So that is one of the things we can do. Indigenous policing system is not rocket science.
Okay.
So indigenous people, they know the nooks and crannies of their land.
Yeah, sure.
They know how to police their land. Just like I said in the case of kidnapping that happened recently in Kwara State. Escape. The local vigilante people, they know where to work, and they before you know it, they were able to apprehend 1 or 2 of them. So we need to empower them. So states need láti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn. Wọ́n need states that's number 1. Number 2, I could remember is it 3 or 4, 5 years ago, about the issue of this reckless grazing on people's farmland. Nígbà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ghana. I don't know how many people watch it. The president of Ghana came out on a live TV and he gave the military the marching order.
Yeah.
He said, go into the bush, kill and barbecue any cow you see on people's farmland. Express order ni. Anybody tó bá fẹ́ sin màálù is not a poor man business. Anybody tó bá fẹ́ sin màálù should create a ranch. Should create a ranch and create a space for his cow.
Then.
It is no longer fashionable to be grazing cow on other people's farmland. Our president, this one is very, very important, need to come out and give that express order, declare it a state of emergency. And let's see if it will not stop. The moment the president in Ghana give order here, within 2, 3, 4, 5 days, the noise about all die down automatically. That is a place where the president doesn't compromise the security of their people, of their farmers. It will make any sense in this age and time that some people think it is their right to graze cow on other people's properties. These are even people who don't pay tax, who don't pay anything. So our president need to come out and give express order. Anybody tó bá fẹ́ sin màálù, ó ní láti create a ranch or kó sin màálù within space ìlú tó ti wá. You are in northern, then you want to come and graze cow in the south. Ta ló fún ẹ nílẹ̀? Ta ló gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? The land belongs to some people. Those are some of the things tí mo feel pé immediate effect. Tí pé tí president bá really come out strongly, it will curb those things. Then the forest ranger or agro ranger tó wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe, they need to create them as fast as possible, give them the necessary empowerment.
Okay.
And the necessary laws backing their activities. And all this thing will stop. It's not rocket science.
You can stop, at least reduce drastically. You could be out of America no we are safe for more law school go for travel for long say war sin learning. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wá balẹ̀ pé nìkan kò lè gbé bọ̀ wá máa halẹ̀ mọ́ mi lé mi. No, because ibi gan mo wà loaded. Digbidigbi ní mi ìgbà kan túra lẹ̀.
In Ajasha, for example, I'm giving you this one again. There is a case of some Bororo people lodging in an hotel, and they came there with guns in their hands.
Can you imagine that? That's madness.
In guns, surely in daylight, automatic guns.
What do you believe about the
police keep quiet. And even the hotel manager didn't call the police for their arrest. And something led to another. They started fighting with this thing. Then these people, they wanted to retrieve their gun. And what kind of law are we operating in Nigeria that some people are above the law?
Mr. Hakim, thank you very much.
Those are some of the resolutions that I said. I'll be very glad if our resolutions can be channeled towards to our political guidance.
We are having a meeting with the speaker in Abuja. Come along between May June. Our speaker.
Our grievances. It's not enough for them to be demanding for our support, but when they get there, they do as if we don't matter.
Mr. Ballots, you are welcome. Thank you for coming up. Mr. Ballots. After Ballots, good work to go, side you go, and then we bring down, we close the space for tonight. Yeah, Ballots, please.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to say something first. I want to say that state police is not something that we should be expecting triad. And we want to use two-state pilot, or we want to be concern ourselves with other states. in Nigeria of today, the security situation is much over as it is as how this issue was a one of the problems that we are having in Nigeria is that we bond ourselves together. The kind of yoke that we have, it's a big problem because when you think you want to move at the speed of light, another person wants to move at the speed of snail. And the security Bushiri, Kawalara Juarawalo.
Yes.
In Yoruba land now, Yoruba land is a last safe region in Nigeria, unless we want to lie to ourselves. And this is why a lot of people are coming down because there is still relative peace here and there is still business opportunity and all those things. And that is why the internal migration has sparked towards our region, which is a problem because when people move from one place to another, they bring a lot of things with them. They bring their culture, they bring their a new level of stress on state resources. They bring insecurity and all those things. So it's an entirely new challenge. So thinking about starting with a one or two states is not actually what we should think about because if you start from Ogun State and Lagos State or from then you are going to have this criminal element moving around to those states, and then they can use even those states that has no that the state police has not kicked off to be their safe haven and their launch pad. So this is a project that every southwestern state must take. I am saying this as in no southwestern state, but if the southeast wants, they can postpone it. If the south the north wants it, they can postpone it. But in Yoruba land, we must demand that it starts because this is our life. And right now, insecurity is moving towards us in a very fast speed. So we cannot afford to take the back seat or say, okay, let's just try and see what we see. We have to be very serious about it. If we are not serious, that means that we are actually calling for trouble. So please give me one more minute.
Okay.
I also want to say something. All right. When we talk about because a lot of time we look at situation, the security crisis from the face value. When we say farmer and other, because some people are moving their heads and moving into farmland. This is not about the farmland. This is not. We don't have a farmer headers crisis in Nigeria. What we have is systematic displacement of people to chase away people from their land. Farmer headers clash is a kind of small scale. So what they are doing exactly is to push people away, to displace them from ancestral land and take over those places. So when we want to simplify it, we want to make it like, okay, this is the reason that it is happening, is when we talk about farmer headers issue. But the fundamental of this is some people thinking that they need to expand into other people's ancestral land and take over it. This is the problem. And the day we begin to call a spade is the day we have a progress on the matter of security. So when they tell us that it is farmer, it is other, it is this and that, they are telling us lies. They are giving us excuses. We need to start striking it. Some people want to expand into other people's land. And this is the problem we are having. So we have to confront these narratives that they are not so. It is not about farmers either. It is not about it. It's about people trying to expand into where the land that does not belong to them. So if you look around now, in North Central now, they have there is a paper. If I look for it, I can put it on there. There is about 120 community that has been taken over, renamed by the invaders. When they invade people from their market, from their houses, They change them, and then before sometimes their own people start coming in, and then the market will start. They restart life in those places. They take over the land.
And they will install an emir there.
They will install their emirs. So this is what we must confront. We have to be factual. We even have to be aggressive about spreading the right narrative about this insecurity.
Mr.
So if they want us to be one Nigeria, they want us to be, then they must respect people's boundary. They must respect territorial boundary because we have our own boundary. They have their own. They should stay in their place and stop coming down south. Destroying everything in their path, killing people, displacing them, destroying livelihood. So we cannot keep quiet anymore. We have to talk about this. This is my own submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bolariwai. Thank you very much.
Mr. Bolariwai, they have to respect boundary, but they cannot. It's not part of them. We have to force them to respect our boundaries.
No, that's why we're calling for this state police, because anywhere there's no law, you bá ní pé ìlú tí wàá ti sí òfin, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ò sí ń bẹ̀ o. Má dé foko bí dáná báyìí, ọjọ́ kan ló máa ń mọ̀ nípa. So that if we have our state policing system in place, gbogbo randa and the jaku daton baka yẹn, ó máa stop. It must stop. Mr. Bolariwai, thank you. Good work as we wrap up. Good work. Please, 1 minute.
I won't take too much time. Just maybe 2 minutes.
A ti pè ilé ẹ̀kọ́ bọ́lẹ́gbà lọ ẹ̀pọ̀ owó lọ àbí? Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ send owó yẹn sínú TYF for ilé mọ̀ tẹ́ lọ. Go ahead.
So the thing is, if you look at our situation to in Libya, in culture in Libya, low increase the insecurity point in Nigeria that was in Nigeria, because I remember that time I was complaining about it. So for those in Mali now, might affect very much to that on GNI, but it consolidates based on, and it's going to be a lot of pressure for us in Nigeria taking about Shelley. But in whatever in Tinubu, he has like landmark legacy. The landmark legacy are he moved for subsidy, tax policy, the coastal route, remove subsidy on dollars, and state police. And he has to consider the fact that what the IG is doing now, saying he wants to use 5 years, is going to truncate that part of that landmark of his his achievements when you look back at the presidency, which is state police. Because within that 5 years, Tinubu probably not be there, so it won't be like his own. It won't be like one of his own landmark achievements, or wherever the next government comes in after Tinubu might want to implement that state policy. So the president should consider the fact that the IG may actually try to truncate his his legacy. So you have to look at that and not leave the entire thing to the IG. It is not up to the IG to decide how state police should go. The state police is the idea of the president. Let the president rule out how he wants to do it. There's no need for the IG to be coming up in front, trying to do as if he's the Lord and Savior of state police, as if he's the one to decide. The president appointed you. You just carry out the order that the president gives to you. State police, you should not be giving the president timeline what he wants to do. The president will give the timeline that he wants. And the issue of state police, we saw the way when I think if we can lobby the responsive state government in Southwest. Remember when we went to launch Amotekun, when we had a hostile government then of Buhari and Malamida, but we want also have the Amotekun. By the time the Southwest police people governor pressed on, we eventually got it. So I think the issue of state police can still happen if I know Tinubu is very open to this idea of state police. So if our state governors put the pressure on the president, I think they can actually bypass the IG of police and implement that state police. If they put the pressure on the president that they have the framework for them to implement the state police in their state and make him understand that they need it. I remember they released a communique after like they had the Southwest governor meeting where they say state police is not negotiable. So they need to talk to the president and see how state police can be done. The IG does not have any right to be telling us when the state police can be done, how state police can be done, because we know that all this is about power for him. It's about the fact that he is going to make position on the IG not as powerful as it is right now. And I don't think he wants that currently. He probably wants that to happen after his term is over, but we can't wait for that period. 5 years is too long, because even 2 years is too long, because the way these guys are moving, the terrorists are moving, the way they are consolidating their base in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in neighboring countries close to us, even in Benin, northern Benin. It means that they are going to pounce on us anytime from within the next 1 to 2 years. And how long, if you implement state police in 1 year, how long will it before you train them for them to be able to tackle these guys that have sophisticated ammunition? So the more time you waste, the less opportunity you have to train a very strong state police that are able to tackle these terrorists that are consolidating base all over West Africa and who have very sophisticated weapons. So it is up to the president. Let him take charge of this situation. Don't leave it to the IG. The IG doesn't know what, it doesn't have the vision the president has. He doesn't have the vision that the president has when he was trying to create the state police. So he can't decide how the whole thing should go. I think you have to bypass him if it's going to be a schedule.
Thank you very much, Mr. Goodworks. Yeah, Mr. Olu. These are very, very common. Mr. Oluwatobi, can you take a minute, please? Just 1 minute. Mr. Oluwatobi.
Okay, sir.
Can you do that in just 1 minute?
Okay. So basically, in Kotsi and Soladaro, I feel the clamoring for state police scene in Nigeria, since what is stipulated by 60 months, not if we gather everything together, I feel we need to start making the noise now to tell them that this thing they are talking about is not even visible at all. Because Tabawo Bodo in Mali, I want you Mali is one far distance like that. Based on what is happening in those places, you must pay ikú tó ń pa ojú gbà ẹni òwe ló ń pa fún ni ilé tí kọjá òwe o ilé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ló ti kọjá òwe. We need this state police as soon as possible, even this year. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́, because nísìnyí àwọn tó kékeré nìkan àwọn tá mú as neighbor ẹṣin òkọ́kú ni wọ́n, they are ready to wọ́n believe pé 10%, 20%, 30%, 40% casualty is normal to them. Àwa làwọn ọ̀fẹ́ lùsùn nǹkan àwa làwọn máa pariwo síta, because these people don't care. Dàbí kí n ló ń ṣe wọ́n believe pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń ṣe àwọn lọ́dọ̀ wọn, àwọn lọ́yìn pọ̀ tẹ̀ wá, wọ́n ṣe wá ń ṣe àwọn lọ́dọ̀ wọn, kọ́ máa ṣe rí ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ wa náà. Wọ́n fẹ́ sync everybody together ni. Àwọn làwọn lè gbà, bàdé máa sọ pé àlè gbà ẹni pé ká pariwo síta, because this president IG, I don't really feel he understand what is going on. Because the way that he speculated, and go there, Sahel is the most dangerous place now. I want to let them share border with so it's the most dangerous place all over the world. And then share border with we need to speak out that we want this thing. If we want to survive, if we want to survive, we need this thing. God bless us. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Oluwatobi, thank you very much. Nǹkan tèmi á kàn sọ ni pé for now that we know there's a timetable by the IG, whether Aba agree or whether Aba no agree or ìyẹn wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. It is for us to prevail on our current leaders to make our land secure. Okay? To make our land secure. Said, can you do this in 30 seconds, please? We are about to close.
The thing is that
can you take 30 seconds, Said?
30 seconds.
Mo ti ń pè láti kan ò down ni.
No, any taking Mr. Polari
After them, what the someone Said and Oluwatobi, I called your name. Okay, just do this in 1 minute, please. And for all our teaming listeners and viewers, this program now is 8 p.m. Nigerian time. It's no more 9 p.m. because we feel that we've had comments and complaints that we take too long into 11, 12 midnight. So let's say this 8 o'clock here. So between 9 and 9:30, I'll pari. So Said, 1 minute, please. Thank you very much.
I think the 60-month framework is right.
Okay.
Right? Everybody mentioning the Sahel. The Sahel is not the work of the police. The Sahel is the work of the armed forces. That is why they are putting the college in Akure and the new depot in Oshogbo, all of that, so that we can have more people in the armed forces, and then we can defend against those externalities. I understand those, but that is not the issue. The issue is how do we have to find a way to coordinate. We don't want a situation where people create state police all over the place and they are not talking to each other. They are not coordinating. There is no information, no centralized standards, right? Just because everything we are saying now, it does not now mean the moment you leave Yoruba land, certain things are not applicable. So the police cannot be 100% centralized. There has to be like 20 or 30% of the structure at the federal level remaining. If you actually read the Ogunshaki report, you will know that 6 months is the minimum realistic period, right? You have to reassign more than 200,000 officers, establish new state institutions, avoid compromising national security during the transition. And at the same time, we don't want to create like a feudal law of our governors. We still want to have like a local oversight over who heads this state institution. If left to me, I think we should even be voting for them, but that would be controversial, right? Like the sheriff system. So all these things has to be considered. We cannot, and we are not cowards. We survived the insecurity in Nigeria for so long. So now we should be able to accept that okay, the transition might take at minimum, there is that part of it, at minimum 60 months or more, as long as we follow up on what they are doing. A lot of things are outlined in the report. How many people in this panel knows them? If you don't even know what the 75-page report of the IG said, how are you going to follow it up? We cannot keep repeating the same things, talking about externals, talking about settlers. Settlers don't have the power, we do. But when we don't really know what is on the ground, what they are trying to do, and how they are trying to achieve it, we can only argue this thing on policy. We cannot come at it as, 60 months is too long. No. We bring policy to the table. I could go on and on. I have a lot of examples and anecdotes, but I was late tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Said. Thank you. We all know that 60 months is long, all right? Even the Senate president said it this year. I heard in Tonipe they will pass state police bill this year. Also, my boy, Lord, you know, I pass it, boys of money before the next election.
Yes, that's part of the small timeline.
Good, thank you very much. So,
part of it is the legislation.
Yes.
Once they put the legislation in, then there are other aspects to it.
There are other aspects to it. In tí àwọn èèyàn sọ ni pé for Lagos or for Ondo or for average Yoruba state that has tried Amotekun, even though imperfect, you cannot say you want to let them take 6 years. Like maybe Imo State that has not done anything at all. Or like River State that has not done anything about state policing framework. Okay? Or like Sokoto State who doesn't even have any idea about what is going on.
Yeah, I understand.
All of them cannot follow the same time frame. You get me?
Yes. Yes.
So
exactly.
That's why everything cannot be put in a box. Everybody, okay, we all have to follow the same. No. There are people that are ready to go. So when people are talking here, they are not talking like nationalistic, mindset. When we go Yoruba land, kill a need. I think the idea of the now. We know what we won't do already. Understand? Tó bóbìnrin sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀dọ́dọ̀ obìnrin ó jẹ́ sí oṣù kan wọ́n jó lọ sọ́tún wọ́n jó lọ sósì. Thank you. Yes, you are correct. You are very correct.
Governors, boys, they are not really a structure. We don't have any say.
Yes, you are correct.
All of these things need to be put in place. We cannot just come from the point of, we are ready. And then
what you are saying is this, okay, Mr. Said, what you are saying is this. You cannot compare Ondo State to Sokoto say when it comes to starting state police in Nigeria today? No. They have an idea of what they want to do. So if IG is bringing this framework and people go Nigeria to okay, he's going to start from 1, step 2, step 3. Today in Nigeria today, with that paper TIG share, Ondo State cannot start from step 10. What you call that level 1? And an average Yoruba state today can even start from step 10. Because we are above and beyond that level. So to 1.60 months, which of course I know that is just political statement. Understand? That's a political statement because President Tinubu also anything by. And you know silence when it comes to politics means a lot. Anything. It means a lot in politics. For not talking, for not saying yes, 60 months, oh thank you, IG, let's go with the 60 months. For him keeping quiet, we are not saying anything, shows to us that this man just want this election to come and go. I can assure anybody that before, under 4 years, state policing will kick off in Nigeria. It will kick off in Nigeria because the election was today. But why this heightened insecurity in Nigeria is happening so much and at an alarming rate is because election is coming up. And President Tinubu said something this week, you cannot use insecurity to try to frustrate me or to make me look bad before Nigerians. I will contest this election on the man win. So everybody knows that this thing has a lot of political undertone to it. But when you are dealing with people, since we are seeing on the Nigerian scale, Obudo tips be, go tips be, and that's what's called politics. And that's why the man is different from an average man who is running out there. He knows what to say at the right time, he knows what to do at the right time. But you show lot to show lot dear now by any imo eleda fi work back. We are Yorubas now, we are intelligent people. And no, we have to allow common sense to guide us. We have to allow common sense to guide us. But I know that Yoruba ò ní parun. A ní bógun yìí lọ. Ọba máa para wọn ní, kọ́ máa para wọn lọ́gbọ̀n, láàdọ́ta, lọ́gọ́rùn-ún, Yorùbá ò ní bá wọn lọ. A lè bá wọn lọ. A lè bá wọn lọ. A máa dúró, àlá máa ròyìn nǹkan tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn òyìnbó burú lọ́la máa sọ fún wọn.
Bàbá Bákàrè, ẹ má gbàgbé láti announce conference wa.
Yeah. I want to sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé yes, this is what actually happened or this is what is going on. So we have our system in place. We have a way of doing things, and that's why Tinubu today, who is a true Yoruba son, is using this same pattern and system to making things work for Nigeria. If I put Baba with the big man, we will be staying talking about something different today now. Actually, man sọ̀rọ̀ pa iná, káṣí man sọ̀rọ̀ pa epo Nigeria today. Because this man, with the little time, look at the whole of Yoruba land. Look at key France tó lọ́la pọ̀ máa ra television náà ayé wọn kó máa dá àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ TV station sílẹ̀. Sometimes I watch NT Ojede máa ti mi pé the same colour tí mo ti ń wò for more than 40-50 years of my life. Òun ló ṣì wà lórí NTA. Àbíwá ní UAE tó ń hook epo. Look at the kind of, they are broadcasting on a high level. 3D, 6D level, they broadcast NTA jókòó sí kí ló pọ̀ terrestrial àbí terrestrial level tó wà. That's how sad it has become. The same color, brown color, which are already NTA. Meanwhile, Yoruba land in no TV, before their papa ever dreamt of having a TV station. That is how, developed we were in Yoruba land. So Tinubu, we trust him that God chose him for us, and we know he's going to lead us aright. Okay, we are very, very sure of that one. As Madam Ajoke has just said, I would like her to just announce this our conference of 2026 to us. Please, Madam Ajoke, go ahead.
So as Bibubo our conference every year, this one is going to be the 4th annual Yoruba Global Conference for 2026. which is coming up on the 6th of June at 10 p.m. Nigerian time. So
10 p.m.
10 a.m. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
At 10 a.m. Yeah. Emma Bino PM AM 10 a.m.
Láago mẹ́wàá àárọ̀.
Láago mẹ́wàá àárọ̀. University of Lagos, Unilag.
What is the name of that hall? I think there's a hall that we rented.
Yeah, HR department hall.
Okay.
So come one, come all. Gbogbo yín náà là ń expect o, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní bàjẹ́ o.
Àmín àṣẹ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. And please, thank you, brother. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rántí o, this program, our weekly Saturday Nationalism series, it's not holding 9 p.m. anymore. At least for the time being, it's 8 p.m. now. So, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, tó bá ti di ọ̀sán bọ̀ kó jẹ́ 8 p.m. As we end tonight, okay? Sorry. As we end tonight, okay? Let us end with clarity. Nigerian security crisis is real. It is urgent, and it demands action. That's what we've all talked about tonight. And as we've all seen and agreed, that action without structure is chaos, which is what Mr. Saidi just told us. President Tinubu represents a school of thought that Nigeria has long avoided, and that is called true federalism, where power is not hoarded at the center, but distributed for efficiency and accountability. This is the only president who was able to fight all these governors and make local government a reality. Yet, is he even still working? No. So you see the kind of problem we are still going to encounter on this state policing. All right, 60-month timeline may frustrate many. That frustration is valid, yes, but frustration must not push us into reckless decisions. Because if we get state police wrong, we will not just weaken our security, we will fracture the very fabric of Nigeria. So the choice before us is so simple. Do we want a rushed solution that satisfies today's anger, or a deliberate system that secures tomorrow's Nigeria and even Yoruba land? History will judge this moment not by how loudly we demand change, but by how wisely we implement them. And on that note, I will say that if reform is necessary, okay, the 60-month timeline may look neat on paper, but insecurity does not operate on government schedule. And if reform is necessary, and many agree that it is, then courage must match that necessity. Leadership is not tested in moments of comfort, it is tested in moments of crisis. And Nigeria is undeniably in one. We are in crisis now, security crisis. So let this town hall not end as another conversation. Let it be a demand for clarity, for urgency, and for action. Delay is no longer abstract. It's already been paid, and many people are dying every day. We pray that our leaders will be able to get this correct and get it right. If even it's not being gotten right in our time, at least let our children see that we spoke about this. Space like this will still be seen and listened to by our kids tomorrow. I remember this is what my father said, this is what my mother said, this is what my grandma said. We're all there when they fought for the police we were enjoying today. I wish you all a beautiful month of May and a beautiful weekend. Odaro. Please let's enjoy our song as we run off the space.
Odaro, thank you so much. Thank you.
ohùn bàbá ń ké lọ́run. Ẹ má ṣe gbàgbé ara yìí, kí a ronú Yorùbá kọ́kọ́, kí a ronú.